the state of Raja Yoga occurs when you can pierce the blocks in your Sushumna. He makes it very clear what he means by Raja Yoga. He says that a practitioner goes through 4 stages. First stage is called the Arambha Avastha, meaning the entry point, the beginner stage. But the beginner stage, he is referring to quite an advanced stage. He is saying the beginning of entry into this Sushumna, into this subtle energy channel. And he says the beginning stage is when you pierce Mooladhara, blocks occurring in Mooladhara chakra, you get a release from it. Okay, you release that solid binding materiality, and you get a release from it. That's a piercing of the Mooladhara, and that is the beginning stage. And then he says is Gata Avastha. That is the state of the vessel, the empty pot. And that when you break the block in your heart. He says that Vishnu Granthi. Granthi means a block. Okay, the root one is called Brahma Granthi. This is called Vishnu Granthi. Where Sushumna, the energy rises up and you breaks open all blockages in your heart. Okay, you break that open. And then you experience the state of the Vishuddhi, which is the 3rd stage, which is called Parichaya Avastha, which is like seasoned practitioner, where you are at a level of bliss, no matter what is happening. Okay, that's a seasoned practitioner. And then finally he says the Raja Yoga level is when you pierce the Rudra Granthi, that is the 3rd eye block. Okay, so in the path of Sushumna there are these blocks, 3 main blocks. The breaking of that is the practice of Hatha Yoga. And when this Rudra Granthi, which is the 3rd eye block, when that gets broken, that is the stage of Raja Yoga or Samadhi according to Swatmarama. Subtle body philosophy belongs to Tantric tradition. Okay, so this is where you know where our ground is. They had a lot of bizarre practices. Tantra. Tantra is very big. If you ask me what is Tantra, I can't answer you straight away. I will only tell you what I am picking up from Tantra, which we are following. That is Tantra for me. But Tantra is very big and they have very, very funny practices too. So at some point of time, maybe the yoga practitioners do not want to say that our background, our foundation is Tantra. Because the moment you say that, people think you're a bit funny person. You are immoral, you can do anything, anytime. And so people started to get more into the decent, so as to say. Patanjali and the Vedantic teachings are really like noble in a way. So, I mean, these are things, this is me talking now. Why Tantra, suddenly the ground of Hatha Yoga was just dissolved. I mean, we just decided to put another layer over that ground. Patanjali and Shankara's Vedanta as Hatha Yoga's philosophy. Let me tell you, there is nothing wrong in these great philosophies. I also teach you that all the time. But that is additional philosophy to help us. We bring them all together. You know, we would like to be embraced by all these philosophies. But you have to clearly know, when we say Hatha Yoga, really we are tired of people saying Hatha Yoga is a physical. Hatha Yoga is a preparatory practice for getting real liberation. You have to do Patanjali's path, or you have to get into Vedanta path. What do you do? Stand on your head. Really tiring. So at least from now on, at least our group of teachers should be very clear. Hatha Yoga is not meant for some physical thing. It's got 4 chapters, Hatha Yoga Pradipika. First chapter is on asanas. That's only 67 verses. The last chapter is Samadhi, which has got 114 verses. Almost double that of Patanjali Samadhi Pada. So the Hatha Yoga tradition is also totally looking at Samadhi. They are saying this whole book, this whole scripture is for scaling the heights of Raja Yoga. What they are saying is, he is providing you a systematic way by which you can scale into the height. And the ladder through which the Sushumna can be scaled. You go through the Mooladhara, you go to break the Vishnu Granthi, you break the Rudra Granthi, you are liberated. Okay? So that is very, very, very clear as to what he means by Raja Yoga. I think his verse somewhere in the 70 range, he clearly says, Eki Bhudam, meaning only one element, Tat Chittam, the Chitta gets really connected to Ekibhudam. Previous verse he's saying is when you break the third eye block and then you're really settled into that kind of consciousness, Ekibhudam, that is called Raja Yoga Abhidanagam. He clearly says that state is Raja Yoga. Okay, so this is what I wanted to tell you in the first place. Knowing that the ground which is held as our philosophical ground is not really the philosophical ground of Hatha Yoga, though it's great to study from it, and our real ground is Tantra.